Live.
And welcome, everybody. I'm Stevie Ray. This is the Racing Line. You can see my cohorts are here, JG2, Mr. Coach, and Adam Thompson, as always. And you can see we've already got our guest in here, Mr. Thor Tulloh. Good to see you, sir. Adam.
The legendary Thor Tulloh. Let's go.
You're going to be leaving us for a while.
I will be. Yeah, I've got some actual I'm not as fun work as this, obviously, but I've got some stuff I've got to do. Working some night shift for a few weeks here, and we will once we get through that, we'll obviously get back to making this even better. But Joshua Wilkie, it sounds like, is going to be coming in, and we'll be able to make that. I'm sure we can make that transition pretty smooth. Yeah. Joshua's pretty good at what he does.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great guy. He said he'd be happy to step in and help out some, so looking forward to that. JG, how you doing, bud?
I'm hanging in there, Stevie. We had an amazing Sunday and Saturday. I have to say I enjoyed the Saturday a little more than the Sunday, but but yeah, it was still some great racing this weekend.
Yeah,
guys.
Go ahead.
Before we get into
We're back. We're back.
Let's go.
Thanks, Adam.
Yep, no worries. Let's hope this works.
Work, bud.
Yeah, we'll see if this works a little better this time. But apologies for that one, guys. That was my fault. Actually, it wasn't my fault. Guido, I see you in the chat. This is your fault, because I remember on Saturday we watched the SMB stream back. And we did that little YouTube thing where we were all watching it together, and I had to turn on hardware acceleration on Discord, and it messed everything up. So, Guido, it is your fault, buddy, and I'm blaming you.
Pass the buck.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, wait till we get to some of the highlights, and I'm going to pass the buck. But
I think we're going to be pausing it in a few spots here. I have a feeling there might be a couple pauses going on, Steve.
Yeah. All right. So, speaking of the highlights, I think we're going to have a lot to talk about this week.
We are. We'll go FVs, obviously, first. So here they come.
FVs at Mid-Ohio.
For the final time under the pace car conditions, the green flag is out.
And I got to race all 3 races this weekend for a change. So
let's go.
I was happy, and Stevie, I think if you're starting to think about retirement here, I know you probably got some time off. You need to start taking your Saturdays off and start running with us, because I think you realized how much fun this league is.
Oh yeah, I've run a few times with these guys, and
yeah, there was that.
Ooh, that's issues further back.
Are we going to dissect this, or are we just going to move right on through this one?
I mean, it's just,
What happened?
Just cold tires and getting up on the curb.
Yeah.
And then
Joshua got up on, and then that inside curb is kind of known to do that there in Ohio.
And it looks like they're going 3 wide right away, but if everybody's playing ball, then we should just see a bunch of draft partying here.
And then this was fine until it
oh, hey, Thor!
It's okay.
Who's that guy?
And then got collected by Brad, and then I think it broke Brad's steering, and then he runs into Andrew. Rip Andrew. But yeah, that's apparently, or at least in practice and in this further instances in this race, the that turn is really notorious for that, especially with the netcode, clipping the rear tire like that.
Yes, I think you were correct, Josh. It was more human involved in all of that. So that's
Yeah, I was surprised in
Ugh.
mid-race to see
more
Thor
contact
back.
made
Oops,
with
there you go.
Jesus Rodriguez, Chris Montgomery,
And there
Russ
went.
Felder involved in that
If the
event
battle was
as
already
well.
gone for the
We are
lead,
expecting this race to
that
catch
just
out
Oh, we were
of
already
the
gone,
got
but
rid of it
drivers.
even
you know,
more.
This
Yeah.
has just been
Yep.
insane thus far. We've had 3 high key
Yeah, it's
involving a lot of the front runners and
Oh,
another one
Michelle
gets-
goes around.
I warned Michelle about that
That
line,
was heading off into 12.
but that's not saying that's her fault or anything. I was definitely on Hank for running her over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, inside it pulled it to keep off the
That
tire.
was a great save, though, Stevie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look, Stevie's in another one here. Oh no,
Yeah.
that's Jim.
Oh,
Sorry.
hush. Oh, hush.
These guys were battling hard
Mhm.
the entire race.
Yep.
Here's some more of Stevie.
Some Stevie
Yeah.
action.
Almost murders Dan. That was close.
I had to wait till just the last second because I knew I had to get by both of them.
Meanwhile, Ray trying to get that move done on Nunez, going to be on the outside line, heading off
Around the
into
outside.
turn
Let's
number
go,
4.
Stevie.
Be able to get the move done or not. Nicely done
Yeah.
from Stevie.
You go, Stevie. You can race.
Turn number 4 and 5.
Once in a while.
Look at the replay
A
to see
little
if this
later.
was it.
Yeah.
Have a similar incident
Oh!
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We touched wheels and
Ouch.
I went over the top.
And JP got a little bored with the fake racing, so we started actually racing
Yep.
pretty early.
Yeah, you and JP were just gone.
We actually didn't lose. Well, on this lap we lost maybe 5 tenths, but I was surprised we didn't lose more time when we did start battling. JP almost murdered himself there, though. Ran a little bit too wide, and yeah, that would have spun him into the wall.
Me and Steven were kicking ourselves for deciding to race a little harder than we should have because we saw you guys racing up there. We could have had a chance, but it was a long shot.
Mhm. No, he wouldn't have caught us.
For the end of these Formula V Weekend Warriors races, but he hasn't grabbed the victory yet. He hasn't tasted the champagne, but I think he is
Yeah, last lap.
to try and do so.
I didn't intentionally stay in second here. JP and I were just racing. I didn't. We weren't playing any games, and it wouldn't really matter that much because the V's stall out once you pull out of the draft.
Yeah.
On the back of these Formula V
Yeah, you
race
pull
cars,
out and
Reed,
you just
Perry
kind of
side
hang
by
there.
side, hang their way
Yeah,
down
as you can
back
see, I
straightaway.
I'm not
It'll be
really
back by slate breakers between
ahead.
these two heading
Maybe
off.
Good to see
half a
JP
car.
up there.
Mhm.
He's good race, been around a long time.
Yeah, and he hasn't raced the V's for a while as well. So
I think this was his first one, wasn't it?
no, I think he's raced him before,
Couple times.
just not in a while.
Yeah. Mr. Spider-Man.
Mhm.
Coming at turn number 6, heading their way
He couldn't have that
and into
paint
Thunder Valley
when
for
we
the
were
final
with
time.
the
It's
other
gonna take some
broadcaster.
pressure
Yep.
from Perry. It's not gonna
And,
take something like that. Running off
JP
the
runs
Now
track
that we're
down
just
Thunder
using
Valley,
trading
Reed
paints,
finding his way
he's
around
happy to have that back.
Carousel for the final time off into turn 13 and Jason
But yeah, it was a
Green's
great
gonna do
race.
so
Great race. Thankfully, we didn't crash, so there's a 100% chance that Jason won.
I wonder if Perry did
Here it
Watch-
is.
watch this move.
Down into Thunder Valley. How would things have shaken out? And look at this move. Bravery
Slides to the
from
outside.
Oh,
There goes Adam.
Mm.
Right back
turn
under.
number 11
Yeah.
and through 12 around the
Hands
outside
hangs
there.
it on the
Was able
outside
to
of
get
him.
that move done.
Maybe a little
bit of
0x
contact,
there.
it must be said.
Yeah,
What a freaking move, Adam. Let's
you.
go,
Yeah.
man. That was
Yeah,
so good.
That was good.
I don't think
good.
I've ever seen anybody actually make it past there without, running somebody over. So that was incredible.
Is this the pass?
But this is the
No,
move
this
of the
is the
season.
pass that. Yeah.
Sorry, Adam, but yeah, Jeff went up to you here.
Yeah.
He got shoved off and
Kept his foot in it.
pass in the grass.
Right side, clear right, right side, clear
And then
right.
wait for it.
Hang on. Yeah.
I don't know if you could hear him, but the maniacal
Yeah.
laughter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go, Jeff.
That was on.
He got
Yeah.
really lucky. Really
Yeah.
lucky to be.
Yeah.
Want to stress that this probably
Yeah.
wasn't a good idea, but
Well, he got forced over there and he just stayed in it.
Yeah. He did.
Yep. Yep.
It was in front. But yeah, great move.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. That was the move of the race, I think.
Yeah, Adam, well done, podium, man.
Well done from Thompson, right behind it. Jacobs
Jeff managing a P5. Let's go, Jeff.
Covered by less than half a second when everything is said and done there. All the cars in the top 10 have crossed the start-finish line.
I even managed the bronze on that.
Oh, here, dude, listen to Ron here, guys.
Figure out what was going on. To be honest. It looks like we're gonna get a jump here out of the Weekend Warriors.
That was so fun.
Line up and try to find some kind of a jump or
the V's don't get as much air from this jump. Just do the top speed, but Guido's already there.
It was still beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh, we're gonna be riding on board Jason Grider. There's gonna be a fantastic sight for the driver of the 552 car. Oh, coming in for the kill and rolling over. Oh, he got hit again.
Oh, jeez.
We used to do that like every week with the Spec Fords.
Yep.
Yeah,
wait for this.
Is that rhubarb or is that concrete? Right after the bear, there's like 3 of them. This is like an Easter egg hunt with Formula V race cars. Oh boy.
Yeah, that was a lot
So
of fun.
good.
So,
but yeah, even though Thor still got the fastest lap, noticed that. Don't think he had draft for it either.
Yep. That was good, Thor.
Yeah,
Did
I was definitely I was looking forward to battling Thor. So when I looked up in my mirror and then you were just gone, I was like, oh.
Yep.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but
I
mean, not really Jason's fault, not really my fault, just unfortunate, you know.
All right, off to the FFs.
42 laps.
Yeah. And
yeah. Possibly even as many as 45. So
Lime Rock.
Have to take a
Classic.
Bit of extra fuel to make
Full
sure
rain.
Not gonna be 100% sure.
I'm gonna go have to get myself an adult beverage before we have a little chat here, Stevie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Monty on pole.
Yeah.
And Antonio also started in third or fourth as well.
2 masters up there showing them how it's done.
Yep.
So good, however, Jörg Manny leads the way, definitely being the preferable start as they make their way through.
Watch right in front of him.
The uphill section of the track.
So Daniel Tufts' VR crashed right in front of me. So he just had a hard turn to the left. So that was a little spooky. But Josh Wilkie, I forget where he started, but he was on a tear, moving very quickly up through the field.
Student, I believe, I would assume you're Wan Chi, so hey, Wan Chi, how's it going? Uh-oh. What happened, Jason?
Just got turned.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Got turned.
Yeah. It's, I was...
Wait for it.
Oh, here we go.
No.
Oh, wait, no, we're good. We're good. Oh, no, we're not good anymore. Stevie!
Yeah, I got out there off the fence, couldn't get off of it, had a damaged car.
Yeah.
Coming back on, and I thought, Pates is right there. I'm going to shoot the gap. And I horribly missed shooting the gap.
All right, hang on.
And nobody else coming. The only person coming was Adam. It had to be Adam.
Oh, no. I mean,
No.
there it is.
Right.
That is a picture that's going to go down in infamy right there, guys.
Well, I did get protested for that move. And the protest required me to put a black flag on my helmet. So you will see on the thumbnail for this episode, there's a black flag on my helmet.
You know what, Stevie? I'm glad with the results of that, or the outcome of that protest, and I think we can move on now. We're still friends, but I'm very happy with the results of that protest.
Adam Thompson,
all right,
with nowhere to go, a rare mistake out of the veteran Stevie Ray, and to get that position back going into turn 1, Telker.
Hey, Telker, how's it going, buddy?
Slipstream from the car ahead, and some open air, going to be able to close some track position. We'll
Yeah,
see
it's good to see a bunch of our
friends
friends there in the chat.
Oh, Dan Stasinski throwing a bit of shade at you.
Send one up the inside. Telker up the inside on Adrian, pushing Adrian a little bit wide.
Dan's at the runoffs at Road America.
He is.
Keeps the car ahead, covers off that position, get it done. Ditchburn could get the spot.
Him
from
and Brian.
So you got to really be careful to see. Telker gets a little bit of grass there on entry and has to correct. Going to lose some momentum. That's going to give Jacobson a really good opportunity to ditch back into the slipstream. Ditchburn also showing the nose, looking to move. But Jacobson going to make.
It was a good race though overall. I'm surprised it was as good as it was.
All the way to the edge of the track, manages to keep it on.
Well, there's nowhere to go on that track. You're going to have to race.
Yeah.
And we have Paul Jackson and Peter True battling.
Great to hear,
Dan,
Russ.
Dan says he's not going to be up there till Friday.
The crossover is on.
Guido saying it looks like I could take advantage from an early pit stop. Thanks, Guido. Thank you. Thank you very much.
On the outside and behind, we have a big fight. So it's going on. It's firing off all over the track now. We have Michelle Lynn running on the out, getting the move done. On
Yeah,
the
Michelle's moving in the Formula Fords from the V's. I asked her if she fell asleep and just mistook the Formula Fords for the V's.
Yeah, Lamrock's one of like her favorite track.
I was happy to see her in there. I mean, it was really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I told you, Stevie, the FV people are coming. We're coming to take over the FFs.
That's fine. Bring it on.
There you go. Head round the final turn. So where is Ian Joyner going to be in comparison? These guys were fighting hard at it.
Oh, Jorg. Jorg.
I noticed.
Trophy.
He was his pit stop was 2.5 seconds faster than mine, so I knew he was in trouble.
Had a feeling he was going to get there.
About 8 tenths as it stands.
To 40 minutes here very shortly. The leader should be crossing the line any moment now to take that white flag. As he's already
if you look there at the timing tower on the left, you'll see I'm still in the pits. I'm waiting. I was hoping my car would get repaired in time to accidentally enter the pit lane again when Stevie was behind me, but my car was not repaired in time.
Gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Saving fuel here. He might not have enough. We see.
But also, if you noticed, I don't know how close it actually was, but it looked like it was super close that Ian took the white flag, and he had like a 4-second lead.
Yep.
So
Lots of people
he
got
might
Thompson
have
trophies on this race.
He might have benefited from lifting a little bit.
Yep.
He's going to inherit this win thanks to that longer pit stop. Was about 3.5 tenths in the stall longer, and that's enough fuel to bring McRitchie home with the victory.
Watch Josh coming down the straight here.
Almost takes him out.
Second place, Antonio Reese comes home with the Masters win.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Contact, but Wilkie manages to bring it
That
up.
was close.
Yeah.
I mean, because there were 2 drivers there out of gas, and Wilkie was just, doing everything he could.
But he snakes 4th place from that. So well done, Josh.
Who gets the Thompson Trophy for that?
That's a great question. There's a few drivers.
Yeah.
Do we have somebody in the SRFs too?
Coming in second.
Yes, we do actually. Yeah, look at the bottom of that shirt.
So yeah, here's your and obviously someone on their lid over there, but results there for the for the first.
So James got a great win. Put enough gas in the car. Soren as well. Solid finish from him. Antonio P3. Let's go. And Josh P4. Let's go, man.
Yep.
Ian hangs on to P5. Good finishes from Chris. Let's go, Thor. I didn't even notice you finished in P9.
Yeah, it was a quiet race, but made it up there.
Where'd you start? You remember?
At 22nd, I think.
Oh, get out of here.
He was way behind me.
Good.
It was a quiet race as you gain 11 positions, Thor. Okay. Okay, Thor. All right. On to my least favorite race of the weekend here.
Yeah.
Car grid. That is absolutely diabolically big.
SRFs at Laguna Seca.
40
A lot
cars.
of, yeah, 40 cars.
A lot more cars potentially coming up.
A lot of people were not too thrilled about this track, but I love driving this track.
I like Laguna Seca.
It was a fun track.
It's everybody thinks because it's free content that it's an easy track, but it's not.
Oh no, it's not an easy track at all.
P3 makes some light contact there with Aleix Pleva. Aleix
But-
probably seen a little bit of red here.
Send
As we go
it.
down into turn 2 with cold tires. The Andretti hairpin gonna be tricky here. We still have some cars.
The SRF isn't as bad on cold tires as the Formula Ford is.
No.
Oh no, I mean the SRF is it's at its best on cold tires. It's when the tires heat up that the issues come on. But yeah, everybody makes it through turns 1, 2, not through 3 though. But we didn't catch it on the broadcast. There was a wreck at turn 3. Rip Kurt. Kurt got taken out there.
Right now, as Tui all over his rear bumper, and
It was
worked out.
pretty
So-
clean start, really.
No, JP.
Oh, there goes
A
JP.
little bit of contact to help him around the rest of the way. So
He has some tough luck with the SRFs.
They're tough cars to drive.
Well, that is certainly what is starting to happen. But you
And
can
then
see
later
actually
in that
the
lap,
race, he's at the
Sol
back of the
runs a
track.
little wide on the
Gonna go
exit of the
pretty
last
wide
corner.
now. Looks like Jörg Manny, he's mixing it up. So, okay, we've got Jason Green on the right. Yuanqi
I had
Lin
to
is
I had
kind
to
of
lift
behind him.
in
Jörg
case he
Manny
spun.
was there. He was
Monty had to
starting
lift for
left.
me.
So, yeah,
That brought
three
Yanchi
wide.
into
Lin,
the
Manny,
equation.
and Green.
Yeah.
This might not end very well. Reese is there in the background looking to make a move, and these guys very quickly sort it out. Manny backs out of it. Green, not so much. And Yuanqi Lin.
And I believe it on Discord right now, Monty was saying, "Okay, Antonio, let's let the young guys battle it out right now."
Yep.
Inside there of Jason Green.
As Yanchi and I are
And it looks like
inches
Lee's just got
apart.
it by a nose. There you go. Glenn gets a position done.
battle.
Definitely, you know, Thompson.
And,
will see
trigger
where-
warning at him.
we know
Yep.
where he feels about
Yeah,
Reddit, so
here we go.
definitely work to be done, but we're going to try not to focus too much on that action. Just keep in mind there is multiple battles happening. My timing screen right now is like playing bingo.
Yeah,
ladies and
Jim
gentlemen.
runs
I
a
see
little
there's a few
wide.
people-
Brad sticks the nose in.
Oh, bam.
And, yeah.
Oh,
Super
it's not
unlucky.
over yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bruce is
Those.
Adam Thompson, that is going to
Yeah, that's the absolute worst kind of damage you can get in the SRF. Actually, losing the hood is better in that situation.
Yeah.
So the car is so slow.
To keep out of the way.
And yeah, it's in the middle of a big pack of cars, nowhere really for you to go.
Struggling. Look at the damage, heavy damage to the front end of Adam Thompson's machine there.
Brad and Jeff
Yeah.
are on the inside line. They're a little slow.
Yeah.
Had some damage.
Yeah.
Bradwell-
Nothing really you could have done there, Adam.
Oh,
It is what it is.
So unlucky to unlucky.
Like I
These
said,
guys, sorry, go ahead.
like I said on the broadcast when I decided to hop into the commentary booth, shit happens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Making the run up to the corks.
Yeah, that was
Hayden Bramley trying to make that spec racer for it as wide as
that was
possible.
pretty good. Had you up in the commentary booth for the rest of the race.
Right?
Yeah.
Took a little bit of weight off Daniel because there was 40 cars on the grid.
You get used to it.
I know.
It's going to grow more.
Yeah.
Our winter and spring season, we're typically up around 50.
Jason Green, they're all there.
And Marco Pinero.
Yeah, Hayden and Marco were battling pretty hard up front, so that was keeping a lot of people in the lead pack.
Bit more than halfway through this race, which is to be expected. Now we just got
So Marco pitted before. Yeah, I didn't include it, but Marco had an aggressive pit entry to catch Hayden by surprise.
Right now, back in traffic.
The pit lane. Yanqi Lin was really pushing that car.
Yeah, so Marco undercuts.
Didn't overdo the tires too much. We see him light him up a little
Pinero's
bit
got
coming
him.
out of his box. Then here comes Pinero. He's going to go.
Pinero had such a good pit strat. Man, I mean, it worked out perfectly for him.
So this was not ideal.
Oh, look up.
Nope, that was not.
That was
Straight
a
up
little-
brake checked.
David Tomaski gets out of the way of both of them, but look what that's
But
done for the gap for Jason Green.
Yeah, that's not how you let somebody past. I'll hold off on the rant though.
White flag definitely going to be
Some more this
With that being said, you
Monty
saw
and Antonio battling through lap traffic right now.
I mean, these guys are always right next to each other, I feel like 90% of the time.
Going to be probably waiting for the white flag, but we're seeing this traffic is playing a little bit of havoc with this pair. They finally have made their way clear of it.
We have to go to the battle between Wilkie and Justice. I've seen this change at least 6 times right now. Wilkie and
Unfortunately,
Justice
Soul had had a great overtake on me in the corkscrew, but unfortunately we didn't get it in the broadcast.
Yeah.
And then we've got our Thompson Trophy winner.
Oh yeah.
Marco Pinero in first place. Juan Chi Lin in
Yeah,
second.
Marco,
Round out your
dominant
podium.
win
Third,
again.
Jason Green.
Yanchi was closer to him. I forget if it was lap traffic that cost him time or if he was short on fuel. Great battle. Had an amazing battle with Soul. He's really impressed me. The two races he's done so far. Super clean racer. And yeah, I got within 500ths of him at the line, but he managed to get his first podium. Yeah, I think he was fourth at Snetterton. So yeah, first podium for Soul. Let's go, man. It was a great race.
Absolutely.
Antonio and Monty P5, P6. Eilish had some incident limit points, I think.
Yep.
Did a drive
Dropped him
through?
down to 7. Yeah. Flavio P8. Well done. And yeah. And Josh ran out of fuel. Still got the S2 win, but lost a bunch of places.
So we're gonna hop back so you guys can all see our beautiful face. Now, I want all of you guys that watch this podcast now or later to look at how many people ran out of fuel this weekend. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I have something for you, Adam.
Okay.
I have something for you. Let's see if I can figure out where my screen share is. But I do have something for you.
While you do that, Stevie, it's gotten to the point now where I'm friends with a lot of these Weekend Warriors drivers on Facebook now.
Yeah.
Someone tagged me in a picture. Nothing but a gas station, Stevie. That's all it was. Just a picture of a gas station on my wall on Facebook.
Well, guess what?
Oh my goodness. Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's amazing.
My
You gotta be
God.
kidding me, Stevie.
That is brutal.
That's amazing.
There you go. I've already told Zippy that I was going to give this graphic to him that he can give out on the broadcast to whoever deserves it. But I was going to give that to you tonight during the broadcast. So we now have the Thompson Cup.
Well, I am. I wish I could say I was honored, but it's yes, that's pretty good. It really is, and just again shout out to everybody in the league that makes it. That we can do things like this and make it fun and all of that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's amazing, Stevie, and to all the Weekend Warriors drivers, this is not a trophy you want. So stay away from that the best you can.
Yeah, it will be passed around.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
All right, so now we need to bring up some results.
Tam goes, how much does it hold? Not enough, Tam. I promise you, it does not hold enough.
Oh, that's
so good.
So, all right, here's our graphic with podiums. You want to take it?
That's from last week.
Oh, but put it. Crap. Crap. How do I get
No,
that?
we'll edit it out in post, Stevie.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I think I got it in.
Yeah, it's in
It's gonna take me a minute.
announcements.
Yeah.
Weekend Warriors announcements.
Well, Stevie goes and finds that. We're going to go back to the starting soon here screen so you guys can see Stevie's beautiful artwork. We'll be right back. Muted. Oh, ha. Yep, I was
I was
muted
about
the
to
whole
say,
time.
have I gone
There you
deaf?
go.
Yep. That is
Yeah, I
my
was
fault.
like,
We're back. Sorry about that.
we're
guys.
back. All right, and I think I finally got the right graphic up with some help from my friends. So take it away. I'm not doing good tonight. You guys take it away.
All right. Well, we'll let me do this one for you. All
right.
So for the Formula V's, we've got an S1 on gold. Finally, is going to be Jason Green. Well, I know you got it last week too, but this one was a bit more. I mean, they've all been close races, Jason. Honestly,
I didn't get it last week. I was in 20th last week.
You've had a couple
but
close races.
Olden, yeah, Olden, Thor and I were close. Sadly, we exploded the total difference between P1 and P2 this race.
Yes.
Because we were sitting on 8 thousandths of a second.
Yep.
And I think we had a gigantic gap of like 2 tenths.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
race. So
Inflation.
sorry, we ruined that trend.
Ruined the
but,
average. Now we're up to
yep.
2.8,
Yeah, exactly.
0.28 for 3 races.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Jason, obviously the silver was Jason Perry. Speaking of that 0.2 of a second gap there, and bronze.
Look who brought the bronze.
I did. First time
Look
in
at that.
S1. I'm not
with an epic overtake in the last corner.
I'm not ashamed with that. And speaking of the epic overtake, Stefan, my goodness, if you ever watch this podcast, man, if we can have races like that, I don't care where I finish. That was so much fun battling you at the end. Great drive by Stefan to hold on to the gold. And I remember we were sitting in the Discord together, Jason, and I was like, Stefan, right now you're or you're winning gold in S2. Do you want me to battle? And Stefan's like, I don't care, let's go. And I was like, all right, cool.
I remember hearing that.
Yeah, so Stefan is great drive by Stefan for sure. Andrew Love, of course, silver, and look at that guy. We know him from some places. Stevie, congrats
every
there.
once in a while. Yeah. Once in a while.
Yep, absolutely. It's weird not to see Thor's name up on that list, though. I'm telling you that much.
Yeah.
Next week.
Missed you, Thor.
Yeah, but James McRitchie somehow pulls out a gold here in S1 at Lime Rock in the Formula Fords. People running out of fuel all over the place in front of him. Thorne Garrett's obviously with the silver, and Ian Joyner comes home with the bronze. Great job, Ian. That was a hell of a drive down the front stretch when you had Joshua Wilkie, who took gold in S2, breathing down your neck there. Chris Montgomery, more than human, rounding out, obviously, your S2 podium. And then for the Masters, you're going to see this a lot. If you guys are just watching this podcast for the first time, Antonio Reese and Jurg Mani, you're going to see those two names up there quite a bit. They are very, very close together with Jim Brewster in the bronze. Now we get to, like I said, my least favorite race of the week, but well, hopefully that turns around this weekend. Marco Pinero, congrats, buddy, in the gold S1. Silver for Wan Chi. Great drive. I mean, Wan Chi, every time he races, he's quick. So, and then Sul Al Shultwi. I've seen his name around in the broadcast, but I don't know if I've ever seen him on a podium that I've commentated on. So, congrats, Sul.
I think that is his first Weekend Orange podium.
Yeah, unbelievable job. Now, in S2 again, Joshua.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah, Joshua, if you keep this up, buddy, you're going to start coming under fire like I came under fire in the Formula Vs, where they're going to very nicely start throwing out insults on why the hell you're not in S1. So, congrats right now, though, Joshua. Obviously, gold in S2 again. Rounded out. I mean, he swept his Weekend Warriors showing. Juan Velez in silver and Paulo Breme. Juan Velez, I believe, is a new driver as well that we have. So, congrats to Juan. And Paulo Breme there in the bronze. Yes, Tam, Josh is making it a habit. And if I have anything to say about that, I'll make sure it doesn't happen again. But when it comes to the Masters again, remember what I said? Antonio Reese back up there in the gold. Brad Cathcart and Kurt Nunez. What happened to Jurg?
I messed up.
I'm trying to figure that out too.
I fixed the graphic, but it didn't get fixed here. So it was Antonio and then Jurg and then Brad.
Got it. Okay. There we go. So yeah, Jurg, there
Told
you go.
you I wouldn't have a good day.
Yep.
That's
so
fine.
Antonio Jurg in Formula Fords and Antonio and Jurg in the Spec Racer Fords, gold and silver. Keep an eye out for that championship battle for the rest of the season.
All right, and let's see if I can find our points. So there you go. After round 3, look who's top.
Ooh.
Spec 1 in the Formula V's
Ooh.
Look at this guy,
by
Thor.
4 points.
Yep.
By some miracle.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, yeah, we're gonna have a season here.
I mean, we both had one bad race so far, so
Yeah, that's gonna be
Game
a
on.
fun
looking
season.
forward to
Yeah,
it.
game on. Yeah,
Yep.
and
So-
Jimbo pulling up behind, not too far behind.
I'm coming, Jim. I am coming. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I'll be there before
Yeah.
too long, I hope.
I-
Yep, Gary Woolbolt there in S2. Speaking of how close points are still, Gary Woolbolt, Matthias Marin, and Dan Stasinski.
Oh, you got his
All-
name right. Good job.
Very close to yeah, thank you.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to do it on the podcast, but Matthias, you're still Matthias when I talk to you in Discord. Now, Dan might be missing this weekend, isn't he?
No, well,
Oh no, I forgot. He posted a picture. He's got his sim. Remember, he's got his
that's
sim
right.
set up at the runoff.
Brian has.
Yep.
Yeah, Brian's at the runoffs. Dan says he's going up Friday.
Yep. Okay.
Mhm.
So
But he's
So-
bringing they'll have a sim rig with
Yeah.
them. So
yeah, he's already got the sim rig set up in the paddock.
Yep. So, yeah, Dan, you are very, very close in the points, and my goodness, we're talking close right now. The Formula
Yeah.
Fords, man. James
Yeah,
Barry.
is
Dan
that
says he's-
right?
Dan says he's out this week, so there's a drop.
Oh, there
Is
it
that
is.
are those points correct, Stevie, for the Formula Fords in S1? I can't have that many points.
I think so.
Okay.
Because we had Spec 2 leader and the Masters leader is actually beating the Spec 1 leader at the current time
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
because of 2 races, and those guys have done 3.
Okay.
Okay. So it's already starting to count for drop weeks and stuff like that then.
Well,
No,
if
but
he's only
sorry, go
done 2, and the other guys
Sure.
have already done 3. So yeah,
That makes sense. That makes sense.
but
Joshua-
it's something to see those 2 on top of the Spec 1 guy.
It
I mean,
is. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Joshua Wilkie. You're turning into Max Verstappen in the S2s here, buddy. So, yeah, Joshua
Yep.
Wilkie, 232 compared to Andrew Love. And Bill Walker, great job securing that S2 podium for now. Jürg Mani, my God, dude, like, it's going to be, and you see Antonio Reese is going to be on here soon. But, yeah, Jim Brewster and Brad Cathcart rounding out your Masters and the Formula Fords. Marco Pinero is flying right now in the Spec Racers.
yep,
He's
3
back.
for 3.
Yeah, he's back. He skipped 1 or 2 seasons, Jason?
Mhm. Yep.
Yeah, he's 4 or 5-time champion, something like that.
I mean, yeah, probably something like that. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know.
Yeah.
You lose
Yeah.
count, but yeah, Marco, the 3 for 3. Week one was super close, but the past 2 weeks have been less close. He's been by and far the quickest for sure. So yeah, we'll have to try to close the gap to him.
You're pretty solid there in second. Hayden, little gap back to him. So
Yep.
Sweeping P2 right now.
Joshua Max Verstappen Wilkie sitting in the lead in S2 again in the standings for right in front of Paulo Breme and Andrew Love. I'm noticing though, so the V's, I'm seeing these points here, Stevie, and it's much more spread out. Obviously, Barry and Green in S1 right now, but it's spread out a little more than it is in the V's here. Do you think it's because of that third class?
could be.
No,
be.
because the
You don't think so?
I mean the points aren't based on class; they're based on position.
Right.
Like
So I'm
overall
wondering if
position.
that third Masters class is maybe wreaking havoc on some of
Yeah.
this. But anyways, sorry. Wilkie, Breme, Love, Antonio Reese back up there. Monty is nowhere to be found on this leaderboard, which is impressive. Brad Cathcart and Tom Gradwell.
Yeah, he will be.
Yeah,
Yep.
I have a sneaky suspicion he will be as well.
Yeah. So,
All right, Stevie, I
Awesome.
think it's your show now, buddy.
hey. Yeah. So we get to our guest that's been sitting there enjoying this nice and I nice and quiet, but we'll put that for you. But yeah, it's a great honor to have Mr. Thor Tulloh here tonight. He he asked me and in the forum the other day how one gets on here, and told him that we've been kind of picking different people from different venues of the sim and real world and everything, trying to get just kind of a wide view. And somebody else told him, he says, "Yeah, you don't want to do that. It's like 1 or 2 a.m. UK time."
Yep.
And so I messaged him and said, "Hey, I'd be happy to have you." And the guy that I thought was going to be this week is actually next week. I said, if you're up for it, I'd be happy to have you, but it's middle of the night for you. And Thor says, "No, I'm good." So he's a college kid, doesn't have classes tomorrow, so
Exactly.
we'll take him. We'll take him.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
great to see you, Thor. Welcome to the fourth chair and the podcast this week.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. It feels surreal, like finally being able to talk to you guys. I've been in
Yeah,
this league for like what 2, 3 years, and yeah, finally face to face.
you and JG have been bumping wheels for a while.
Yep.
It annoys me even more to see how young you are, and the fact that you're that fast being that young. So yeah, it's good to have you, but man, slow down a little bit.
And yeah, we were talking before we started that I feel like Thor is one of the people that I've been racing the longest on iRacing, just because I started in the Formula V's. So yeah, in Weekend Warriors and in officials, I would see Thor and race against Thor all the time. Stopped doing V's for a little bit, but I would still, see him in other series occasionally. Now back in the V's racing Thor again.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. When I saw that you're going to be on this week, yeah, so excited to finally talk to you because we've talked in game a little bit, but yeah, so super
Oh,
happy to have you here.
yeah, it's gonna be fun. And I had to go dig out an old shirt tonight in honor of Thor for my Formula V Weekend Warriors shirt. Yeah, our old buddy Jim McGill, 42 Stitches, brought these shirts up to Indianapolis about 3 years ago when we met up at the runoff. So he gave me this and a Spec Race Ford shirt, but had to go dig that out in honor of Thor tonight. So
Much appreciated.
yeah. So we always kick off. My first question to everybody has always been, what got you into sim racing? What brought you in? How did you get started? Gaming or whatever, but what got you into sim racing?
Well, I always kind of was in a motorsport household. My father, Nick, who also races with
Mhm.
us, he used to be a motorcycle racer back in the States for 25 years, I want to say.
Wow.
Hopefully that's right.
Yeah.
And
He'll let you know.
you will. Yeah, and with him in the house, I was always raised on motorsport, like MotoGP, Formula One, all that kind of stuff. And I started racing myself in 2018 in this with four-stroke go-karts in this
Okay.
lovely league called the New Hampshire Karting Association. And yeah, it just kind of progressed into 2019, moving up into seniors, and 2020 was going to be
Yeah.
this like full season of two-stroke racing, like the big move up, and then COVID happened.
Yeah.
So I'm just stuck there home, nothing to do, and I see this championship that Formula E was putting on R Factor 2, called the I believe it was the Race at Home Championship, and I went to my dad and I just said, please, I want to do this. And yeah, we got a clip-on, I think it was a G29, yeah, a clip-on
Oh
wheel,
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
and these tiny little pedals, and that's how I spent my quarantine, basically, just day in, day out, trying to qualify for this event. And yeah, I ended up not qualifying, but
Got
yeah,
you a
that
new
was fun.
hobby.
Yeah. An addiction, more like.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Join the
It
club.
is.
Yep.
Yeah, and from there it kind of naturally progressed into iRacing, and yeah, we've spent way too much money on it, but
Well, you see, you got what, at least 2 rigs in there. That, I guess that's your race shop.
yeah, this
So
is where all the magic happens. Yeah,
you and your dad race there next to each other,
yeah, we do. Yeah, so
so you can
we can hear
reach
each
out and
other.
slap it. Yeah.
Yeah, the colorful words going
Yeah,
to and from, you know.
yeah, awesome. That would be a
Yeah,
lot of
and
fun.
when the Formula V came out, I initially really didn't like the car, but it started to race it more and more and more, and I wanted to find like a league to be able to drive it, and that's where I found Mr. Stevie's Weekend Warriors, and it's been a wonderful journey, you know. Just started out racing in like the 14th, 15th, and slowly was able to build myself up, and I became vice world champion a few seasons back in Formula V. So
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's go.
So were you racing Formula V's in real world before you raced Formula V's in iRacing, or how did that work out?
That's something that I completely missed. So the original plan before COVID hit was I was going to race a two-stroke kart and then move into the SCCA in Formula V.
Mhm.
And the plan was my dad would race the V for just like a taster year, just to kind of get everything smoothened out. But unfortunately, the V kind of went up in smoke, and
Uh,
quite
literally or
literally,
figuratively?
literally.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh man.
And it just all didn't really work out. And yeah, I was a little too tall for it, and I thought that was going to be it. But just racing the V more and more made me think, oh, can I do this in real life? And and we found this team in the UK, the RCS Racing, that were kind enough to give me a few outings for last year, and yeah, it went pretty well. It was able to win my class at Silverstone,
Go.
Awesome.
and yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
it's just incredible how much that like sim translates into real life. iRacing have done an amazing job with the Formula V model.
Yeah, that's what we keep hearing with some of the Formula V guys, especially, and that's what I was going to ask you is how you felt the two uh, work together and how close they relate.
Well, I honestly do think that iRacing couldn't have done a better job with the Formula V. I mean, it was just a shock racing it at Brands Hatch for the first time last year. It was just like iRacing. I mean, like the braking points, like the shifting points, everything. And
Awesome.
it and it's such a tool, it's such like a good tool to use, and you can really, I mean, I genuinely do think that I was able to improve dramatically as a real life racer from Formula V and from Weekend Warriors.
All right, Stevie, I got a question for him now.
Go for it, bud.
All right, Thor. You're quick. We all know you're quick, okay? So, I was doing a few officials at Navarra last night and trying to like figure out the car. Still don't know it that well. Question number one, do you have an H pattern there somewhere in your sim room?
I used to, but unfortunately, I do not.
Okay. All
I
right.
use a paddle shift exclusively.
Question number two, auto blip or anti-stall?
Absolutely anti-stall.
Okay.
Auto blip. I mean, there's some theories that say auto blip's quicker, some theories that say no, but I'm firmly on the no auto blip side.
So you're using clutch definitely then while you're running that car.
Well, not to let out too many trade secrets.
I'm trying. I'm trying here. You see what I'm doing here, Thor?
Yeah,
You see,
I was interested
Keep
because
talking, Thor.
I use auto blip, but I've never figured out how to use it, how to not use auto blip. So
Yeah.
so I was paying attention rapidly.
Yeah. Oh no, I was trying, and he caught on eventually. All right, Stevie, you're up now.
Yeah, no, I've got the H pattern. I use that. So.
Yep.
I'm assuming you guys do too. H pattern.
No, I use paddle shifters with auto blip,
Yeah,
but it sounds like I'm gonna have to be figuring out what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
And we're gonna figure it out.
All right. What you got, JG? You got anything?
Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say, I'm glad we could help you be faster in real life. That makes it even cooler. Especially because I think last season at Brands Hatch. I think you led every single lap and in the Weekend Warriors race, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was you. Was that right? Or am I imagining things?
I think it was a pretty close race with Jesus.
Gotcha. Okay. But yeah, so yeah, that's really cool. That yeah, that translates so well. I guess I asked this when we had about the SRF, but is the draft similar in the V's in real life?
Well, the unfortunate problem that I have with my V currently is it's a little down on power.
Gotcha.
The average Vs in the UK should be pulling about 80 horsepower, and I'm pulling about 67 at the moment.
So that's normal.
That's not ideal.
Yeah, so
That's the handicap he needs in the league.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Jim, get on that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wish I could tell you an answer, but I really do not know.
Gotcha.
But it's not just like the handling of the car, like just close wheel-to-wheel racing. It really does help as well. You can really like feel where the car is and get like your distance to other people. And netcode doesn't exist in real life, so that's nice.
Yeah, that's a definite benefit. You don't get spun when somebody gets within a foot of your rear right wheel. For example.
Or cutting across the track.
Well, yeah, that's it.
All right, now I got a question. Speaking of netcode and some incidents here, your dad was in the Formula V chat a couple weeks ago, and he mentioned that you may or may not have had a bit of an incident somewhere. I'm glad you're okay. Obviously, I know you. I know there was a bit of a scare there for you. You had to go to at least the care center and make sure everything was okay, but you're still around, so that's good. And I mean, what kind of I guess if you want to talk about the incidents, you can, but what does that do for your self-esteem, when you get back out on track?
Well, it was really an unfortunate incident. At Alton Park, the Hislops chicane,
yes,
which is the second chicane, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And it was lap 1, and I was braking, and a guy behind me just completely missed his braking marker, and he slowed down enough, but unfortunately his frame cut the rear of my tire.
Okay. That's
which I didn't realize at the time, so I'm glad I didn't try to keep going. But
that's good. Thank God.
Yeah.
Physically, I was absolutely okay, but the UK, it's very strict with like medical rules and all that. And yeah, they just whisked me away in the ambulance and gave me a bit of a checkup in the medical center, and yeah, it was all good.
Now, what does that do?
Awesome.
What does that do for your confidence moving forward? I mean, do you learn, obviously, from all the incidents you're in? I'm sure you learned something. I mean, what do you learn from that, and how does that help you? Does it hurt you moving forward? Are you worried more about stuff like that on track the next time you go out?
Honestly, it just makes you want the result more, since we get 2 races in a round, so that's already half the weekend gone. So it just makes you want to do better in the second race.
Fair enough.
And I mean, of course, there is like a bit of a grimace going into that corner every single time. Like,
yeah,
keep a little extra eye in the mirror.
Yep.
Yeah.
But honestly, it just makes you want to. Yeah, it just makes you want the result more, and it worked out. And then yeah, really happy.
Guido said just a brake leader, Thor.
Yep.
That'll fix all your problems.
Yep.
Brake
That was the issue. Yep.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah. Thank you, Guido.
Well, that was Alton, a couple of weeks ago, and then this week you were saying you're at where?
Yeah, I've got a bit of a packed schedule for racing, very thankfully. This weekend I'll be racing at Mallory Park Circuit in the East Midlands in a low cost car. Do you guys know what Caterhams are?
Yes. Oh yes.
Yeah. It's like a really, really toned down version of a Caterham.
Okay.
And then the week after that, I'll be racing at Donington Park Grand Prix Circuit. in the Formula V for the season finale.
Awesome.
Sweet.
And
Yeah, I
it'll
was gonna ask you if you were running anything besides Formula V's.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. Unfortunately, this looks like the last year for me in Formula V, so I'll be making my way to low cost, which was what I originally started circuit racing in.
Okay.
And yeah, just a great bunch of people, and I'll be excited.
Awesome. Yeah, Dan is saying that Brian broke the 25G barrier, but he didn't have to go into to medical. He did by choice because he had a headache later. So he's saying he
Dedicated.
wished the U.S. was a little bit more strict like they are in the U.K.
Yeah, definitely.
So-
Doesn't hurt to be cautious, you know.
Yep.
I'm sure it
And
what
annoys
else
you
you
when
can
all you
do?
want to do is get back out on track, but at the same time, like, I get it.
Well, actually, the commentators of the race commented on this as well. I'd never been in an ambulance before,
Okay.
and I was kind of excited. I'm seeing it come along, and I'm like, oh, is that for me?
Curbside
And,
service, really?
Yeah, a little special treatment.
And I remember the ambulance crew being so like concerned that I had like this big smile on my face looking around in the ambulance.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's
they're like, oh,
clearly
he
got a
definitely
concussion.
hit his head. He's happy to be
Yep.
in an ambulance.
Yeah.
There's something wrong.
Oh, he's done for.
Yeah.
He's done for.
I guess how did the second race go? that weekend?
Actually, very well. I say very well, but it got in this fight for fourth, and unfortunately couldn't take them at the end. But I got sixth overall, and I won
Nice.
my class. So
Let's
it turned around,
go.
turned around the weekend.
Yeah.
And I'll be going into the last round with I'm level in sixth overall on points. So it's down to sixth that you get the season end trophy. So
Nice.
I gotta fight for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Battling.
Gotta get it.
Is there you mentioned commentators? Are these races broadcast? Is there any way we could tune in to watch you?
Oh yes, the race at Donington Park GP will be broadcasted live on the 750 Motor Club YouTube channel
Gotcha.
and Alpha Live TV.
Awesome.
We'll have to
Up
get
there.
that link somehow. Yep.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yep. Share it with everybody out there. So
Yep.
is that going to be at the same
Thank you,
time as
thank
the league race though? I don't know if I want to share it too much.
Well, I'm thinking I should have enough time to jump out of my V and then run back home and jump in the sim.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Didn't you do that a couple weeks ago?
He
was
did.
thinking
After
that.
he wrecked his car, yes. He did
Yeah,
do that exact
He
thing.
was in the league.
Yes.
Wait,
Yeah.
And
and
won.
we're at Olton, right?
It was a
Yeah.
VIR.
Oh,
Yeah,
VIR.
VIR.
Okay,
Yep.
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
won,
just can't get
right?
enough, you know.
Yep. Yeah, he had you know, he had a pretty big margin of victory that race as well.
Yes. Guido said he posted
Oh.
the links. He posted the links of the Olton race on the V Discord. So thank
Nice.
you,
Okay.
Guido.
Awesome. Thanks,
Oh,
Guido.
thank
Thanks,
Guido.
Guido.
Thank you.
Definitely check that out. Yeah.
Yep. So anything else you got coming up you want to share with us, Thor? Yeah. Put him on the spot.
Honestly, just one thing. November, if you guys are aware, Jimmy Broadbent, the British sim racing streamer,
Yeah.
Mhm.
he's going to be hosting this 23-hour endurance race at Zolder, and he's going to be streaming it for charity.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks.
And I've been in it for the last 2 years, and I'm hoping for year 3. But it's we're raising money for a really good cause, and if anyone wants to come down and say hi or race or whatever you want, come on down.
Awesome.
So that is Zippy, or Stevie. That is definitely Zippy talking at the point.
Yeah,
Not
I
me,
see that.
by the way. So, sorry, we're listening
Yeah.
to you here, Thor,
Yeah.
but we got Zippy in the chat.
Yeah, he's lighting it up.
Yep.
So I think that's just about a wrap on this one.
Yeah.
I got a few other housekeeping things to bring up. I mean, speaking of Dan Stasinski, his brother Brian is hosting a esports meet and greet. It would be tomorrow night, right? Wednesday night. Yeah. At Road America. So any of you people that are around Road America for the SCCA runoffs this week, go see Brian at his paddock. And let me throw up that screenshot. I have to get better at putting these up a little quicker. But there you go. There's the block party fun tomorrow night, 6 to 8. And also again, Friday noon. He's going to have some chicken gyros for that. And you can see there on the bottom left, that's a group picture we did last year at VIR at the Michelin Man. A bunch of us met up and myself there in the center. We had Trenton and Jimbo was there. And I mean, I don't remember who all was there. Brian Belinsky. So it was a lot of fun. So looking forward to seeing some pictures. I really wish I could be there this year with you guys, but can't make it this year. Hopefully next year we'll get up there.
I might have one for you too, Stevie.
Yeah.
If you're not, unless you're going to share it. If you don't, I will.
No, go ahead.
So we're talking about the block party, right?
Yeah.
What they're doing this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go. This is what we got a picture of today.
Yeah. Yeah.
Epic.
Let me tell you something. In all of my years of broadcasting, and I think I'm going to let you close it out, but everything that I've done in the broadcasting world and all of that stuff, to see something like this is one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen. It is just a huge shout out to the community again.
Yeah. I told him when I saw that, you see the Ray Esports up there and the 3 leagues under it and then the slow motion flag. I know what the runoffs mean. I mean, I grew up going to it. I know what it means to SCCA, and to see my logo, our league logos, our broadcaster flying high at the runoffs. I may or may not have had a little bit of eye leaking this afternoon after a few adult beverages, but yeah, that is awesome. And a huge shout out to Brian for doing that.
Yeah, unbelievable, Brian. I mean, I know you're not watching, Dan. I know you are, but it means a lot to me. I know it means a lot to Stevie. Zippy, thank you so much for getting Brian the SMB flag, and obviously, Brian, whatever you did, and I think Stevie, you may have helped him get that Ray Esports flag. But no, that's such a cool thing, and just so happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, we've got a great group of people, the leagues, and I've always said it's the guys, the community that makes the league what it is. I get the pleasure of setting it up and doing some stuff like this, but it's you guys every week in and week out, and doing stuff like Brian's doing, and we've got an awesome community.
Absolutely. All right, Steve. Well, now that I showed you, go ahead.
Well,
Jason.
I got one housekeeping thing. So Russ Telker just he had major surgery.
Yes.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't worried about you, bud. I'm glad to see that you're doing okay. Yeah, hope for a speedy recovery for you, man. So you can get back racing with us. But you know, we're always happy to have you in the Discord with us, even if you can't race. So so yeah, I'm glad you're doing well, man.
Russ hanging out in the chat here right now in SMB, or not in the Racing Line chat, but I remember talking to him. Obviously, he's getting a heart surgery done, and I was like, well, the doctor said you couldn't drive. He never said you couldn't race. So
yeah, true. Yeah.
There you go.
Well, might be able to race this weekend. Awesome, Russ.
There you go,
Don't
Russ.
overdo it, buddy. Though.
Yeah.
When you're ready, we'll be here. But yeah, don't overdo it. But you're welcome anytime. What do you think?
Get us the hell out of here, Stevie.
Get us the hell. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you for everybody for joining us. Thor, thanks for jumping in and staying up till dark 30 over there. We appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
JG, Adam, we're going to miss you for a while, buddy. But thanks for doing what you do, my friend. We're with you. So good night, everybody. Take care. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.